Hi everyone, this is Linda from Lindy Lou Explores. Today I'm going to be bringing you a charity shop haul. So you've probably seen on YouTube people doing what they call stationery hauls or clothing hauls. So they've gone and bought these items and then maybe had them delivered to their house, and then they want to show you them opening them up. So last weekend I wanted to kind of do a wee bit of shopping retail. I thought we'd go to the charity shops. I ended up buying quite a few things, but actually I was only looking for some old plates or bowls to put my plants on and in. I didn't actually find any of them, but I found some other interesting items. So I thought it might be nice if I showed you these. It means you can have the kind of interest and surprise of seeing some second-hand items without having to go to the shops and spend money yourself. So the first shop that I went to was called PDSA, and all these charity shops, raising money for good charities. And this one is raising money for animals to be like pets, to be able to go to the vet if their owners can't afford it. So this is one of the items that I purchased. This is the Chronicles of Narnia, and I'm trying to read more books at the moment. I'm very, very slow at reading books, so it's probably going to take me a few years to get through these, hopefully not. But I saw the TV series when I was younger, but I never read these books. Some of my friends have read them, and they're classics. It's actually kind of funny, when I brought them home, my brother, who's living with me at the moment, he was like, "Oh, Dad has been looking for some of these books for years to get the complete set, and here I am. I just walked into a charity shop, found them in a lovely box for £2. So I think that's pretty good value. Just gonna have a little look at one of them. That's the last one, so let's have a look at the first one. I mean, they're pretty good quality. The first one's got a wee bit of damage. Maybe that's the one that's been read the most. These ones were published, I think 1992. First published in 1955. So they've got that kind of old book smell. So 7 different books. The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, which is what a lot of people will have heard of. The Horse and His Boy, Prince Caspian, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, and The Last Battle. So I'm quite looking forward to that, actually. Trying to be like a little bit more minimalist, so not always successful. So I really want to buy things that I'm actually going to use, but sometimes it is hard to resist. In charity shops you find sort of bargains. So the next item is a lovely looking book, which somebody's covered. Maybe it was from a library, not quite sure. It's called The Western Highlands by Tom Weir, and Tom Weir is quite a famous guy in Scotland where I live. He explored the countryside and kind of talked to people about this. This book was written, this one was published let's see, we'll get to the page, 1973. I think this is maybe one of the first copies, actually, and I'll just read a bit about it for you. So the Western Highlands of Scotland, immortalised by Bonnie Prince Charlie and the 45, are also famous for their natural unspoilt beauty. Their magic lies in the unique blend of land, sea and sky, and in the scenic variety that these create. Tom Weir has been exploring the mountains, coasts, islands, lochs and glens of this region all his life, ranging from Kintyre in the south right up to Cape Wrath. His book is essentially a traveller's tale, enriched with personal anecdote. Isla, Mull and Skye, Loch Lomond, Loch Fyne and Glencoe, Ben Nevis, Rannoch Moor and Ray Forest, Oban, Applecross, Ardnamurchan and Sutherland These are but a few of the widely differing places which Mr. Weir describes with the affection and understanding of a native Scot. So there's 37 photographs in this, all black and white. Tom Weir was a member of the Scottish Mountaineering Club, and he lived on the southern shore of Loch Lomond. So I'll just let you know a little bit that I found on Wikipedia about him. I've heard about Tom Weir before, because often if there's countryside programmes on the TV and the person's going for a walk, they mention Tom Weir. And when I was walking the West Highland Way with my friend, that's a 97-mile walk in Scotland, we did come across Tom Weir's statue in Loch Lomond. So Tom Weir, he was born in Glasgow, and he served during the war, and then he worked as a surveyor for Ordnance Survey, who make the maps that hill walkers use. He also was a columnist for the Scots magazine for over 50 years, and he hosted the television series Weir's Way. He died in 2006, but it was in 2014 that statue was put up on the banks of Loch Lomond to remember him, and he was wearing his characteristic hat, which is a red bobble hat. And so I've got a photograph of me at that statue. I've also been to a few of the places in the book, not all of them though, because often in the country you live in you sometimes explore the least. But I've been to Rannoch Moor, that's a really atmospheric place, and also Ben Nevis. I've climbed Ben Nevis, that got a little bit hairy at moments. I would definitely like to do that again. So let's move on to what I got next. So it was in the same shop, and these are some items that I actually paid full price for, because charity shops sell full price items as well. So basically, I'll show you them. I got these lovely cards. So they range between £1 and 50p, which I think is really decent. And each of them really, I kind of saw and thought, that would suit a particular friend. I've got a friend that really likes rabbits, so that would be really nice for her. A nice wee one on sale there. I do have a lot of card making materials, so I do sometimes make my cards myself, but it is also nice to have ones in. Also, the day that I went to the charity shops, it was pretty rainy, so of course I bought myself an umbrella, and that was in that shop, and that was full price. But $3.99, it's a really cute little umbrella with little birds on it, so I was quite happy to pay that. Right, so I went to another shop which was raising money for cancer research, and this is the biggest items that I bought. These are the final items. I'm just going to get them out of their bags. Oh. You're wondering what these are. Get the other one out, there's two. This one's all wrapped up. Let's get it out. There we are. So, you can actually see that they're reflecting me in them, so you can get a little shot of me. So basically, I'd kind of been looking for lanterns, but not right now. I thought these were too good to leave. I saw someone else hovering in the charity shop, and I thought, oh, it's just like the thing, if you leave it and then come back, it might be sold. So they were, how much? Let's see, £4.75 each, which is not like that cheap, but actually, as the lady was wrapping one of them up, we saw on the bottom that it's from a shop called TK Maxx, and it had been reduced to £7, but it was £12.99. So I still think I got a good price for them. It's probably going to take a bit of hunting to find candles that might be high enough to go in here, but they do have air to let, a gap here to let the air in and out, and so they would be suitable for candles. If you guys have got any ideas what else they could be used for, you could let me know. But I think, really, how much did I spend? Probably, I think about £20, so I think I did quite well, and it's stuff that I'm going to use. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I know that like some countries, they don't really, charity shops aren't as big a thing in here. In America I think they're called thrift stores. But I like going to them sometimes, and I even bought, I bought this bureau that I'm using. I bought this second hand. I bought this for £50, not from a charity shop but from a kind of dealer, furniture dealer. And actually this month it's 100 years old, and I just think, wow, what an amazing history this must have. And it's actually got a dedication plaque on it, and it was built in Glasgow, but I think probably had its first home in the Scottish Highlands. And I just think, where has it been since 100 years ago, when these people that first owned it are now, they've now passed away. That might creep some people out, but I think it's a really beautiful item, and I wanted to own something like this, and this year I bought my own flat, and that was the time to get it, and I've been enjoying it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel if you want. It's up to you. I know we can all get a bit consumed by social media, so only subscribe to things that you're actually enjoying. That's what I go by. And have a good day.